Proving. In math, it's important to know what you are doing is right, and if it's correct, then you are in the right path. It's like in proving, you need to prepare a lot of concepts, definitions, theorems, and postulates to achieve the final output. Here are some things to remember and to memorize to achieve that. Properties of equality. Addition property. If A equals B and C equals D, then A plus C equals B plus D. Subtraction property. If A equals B and C equals D, then A minus C equals B minus D. Multiplication property. If A equals B, then CA equals CB. Division property. If A equals B and C is not equal to 0, then A over C is equal to B over D. Substitution property. If A equals B, then neither A or B may be substituted for the other in any equation or inequality. Reflexive property. A equals A. Symmetric property. If A equals B, then A equals C. Transitive property. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Postulates and theorems. Segment addition postulate. If E is between D and C, then ED plus EC equals DC. Vertical angle theorem. Vertical angles are congruent. SSS postulate. If the three sides of the triangle is congruent to the other three sides of another triangle, then both the triangles are congruent. ASA postulate. If the two angles in the included side of a triangle is congruent to the other two angles and the included side of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. SAS postulate. If the two sides and the included angle of a triangle is congruent to the other two sides and the included angle of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. AAS theorem. If two angles and a side not between them in one triangle are congruent to the corresponding parts of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Definition. Definition of perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect and forms a right triangle. Definition of a transversal is a line that intersects two coplanar lines in two different points. Alternate interior angles are two non-adjacent interior angles on opposite sides of the transversal. Definition of diagonals, line forming two triangles in a quadrilateral. Definition of supplementary angles, either of two angles whose sum is 180 degrees. Congruency, CPCTC or corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent.